Well, former Vice President, Indiana Governor Mike Pence is telling Southern Baptists to stick to their principles this fall. Tens of thousands of them are in Indianapolis this week for a historic vote. The Southern Baptist Convention will decide whether to officially bar women from serving as pastors. News 8's government reporter Garrett Berquist reports.
Pence did not address the issue of women pastors. He did, however, address the nationwide abortion issue and offered some insight into who he will and will not support in November. As he often has, Pence told a room full of Southern Baptists his faith came first throughout his time in office.
God's calling in my life was not something outside myself. It was not to be somebody in the world. It was to be somebody for my family. To love my wife, to train my children, and to make them my priority. And then there was a promise with that said, God says, I'll fulfill my purpose for you.
Republican candidates have split over whether the states should decide abortion policy or the federal government should step in. Even his old boss, former President Donald Trump, has gone back and forth on that question. Pence says he still supports federal action.
Those who would say that the cause of abortion is now a states-only issue. That is not what the Supreme Court decided in the Dobbs decision. The question of abortion is not a state issue, it's a moral issue. And we need to stand for life at every level in this country.
Pence told the crowd he will not vote for President Joe Biden. Earlier this year, Pence said he would not endorse former President Trump, but he would not rule out voting for him. He said something similar on Tuesday.
I knew we were where we were supposed to be, doing what we were supposed to be doing. And that was God's grace. And in the months and years that have followed, we've endured some criticism. My old running mate and I still have a very strong difference on my duties that day. And I don't know that that'll ever change. Delegates to the Southern Baptist Convention Conference will vote on a resolution again affirming the convention's opposition to abortion. As for the question of whether or not to ban women pastors, that vote is scheduled for Wednesday morning. Delegates tell me it likely will pass. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.